Okay, guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So this is another beautiful, beautiful Saturday, and it seems Facebook has tampered with their live something. So I'm just finding my way around it. But anyways, glad to have you here. And today we're going to be talking about 6 things that you should do before you run your ads. Right? A lot of people have this mistake where and they just jump into running ads without really knowing what are some of the things they will do to help them guarantee success, right? So we're going to look at the 6 things you should do before you run ads to ensure that you have some success, right? So if you can hear me, just type I can hear you in the comments. I'll be so glad to know you can hear me and I'm not just talking to myself. Um, all right. Before I jump into the 16th, I just want to say one of the reasons why I can tell you this is because I've tested and tried different things. I've seen many ways in which ads do not work. I've seen many mistakes people make, and mistakes I have made myself that has not allowed ads to work for me, and I've learned from them over the last 4 years. So I'm qualified to actually tell you these things because I've learned from them, I've improved, and I've gotten results for myself and for people who have come to me to help them run ads. So let's jump into the 6 things that you need to know before running your ads. If you can hear me, just type I can hear you. If you agree with anything I'm saying, type I agree. If you disagree, please type I disagree. I will talk to you about it. So the very first thing you need to learn the very first thing you need to do before running your ads is to ensure that you actually have a product that is in demand. This is the most important thing you need to do, and I had to start with it. You need to ensure that the product you have is in demand. You see, a lot of people make the mistake of following their passion. I remember in 2020, it became so common, it became everywhere during the coronavirus. Do what you love, do this, do that, And so that we've carried on that mantra with us that you should do what you love. But there's a difference between doing what you love and doing what people want. Nobody cares about what you love, right? People care about what can solve problems for them. So if you're going to do something and you want to make money with it, the very first thing you're going to do is to ensure that somebody out there needs this thing. That's one. The second thing you need to ensure is that the number of people who need this thing are plenty, right? If you have only one customer needing something, you're not really going to make a lot of money, right? The exception to that is when you're selling huge stuff. For example, if you sell a yacht, like you sell a yacht, the number of people who want to buy yachts are few. They're not that few, but they are okay. There are enough people who can buy, but they are not that much compared to if you sell something like Gary that a lot of people need, right? So, first thing you must find out this product I want to sell, do people need it? Right? Do people need it? Right? So, you have to ensure you have a product that people need and are willing to pay money for, right? People are willing to pay enough money for. People are willing to buy that stuff from you online rather than go to the market to buy that stuff. So imagine you trying to sell bread. Yes, a lot of people need bread, but how many of people will be willing to buy bread from you online rather than just go to the convenience store next to them and buy bread? So you have to understand what it is you're trying to sell and understand, know if there's a lot of people who need it and if they can afford it. So whatever you have to sell, the most important thing is that find something that people need, find something that people can afford, and you're good to go. So that is the first thing you need to do to get set to know before attempting to run ads. So if you can hear me, just type I can hear you in the comments. I want to know that I'm not talking to myself. I want to know that you're following. If you agree with what I'm saying, type I agree. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, type I disagree, right? The second thing you need to do before running ads to sell your product is to carry out customer research. Now, this is another area a lot of people fail. A lot of people simply just jump in thinking they know their customer, and the problem with not knowing your customer before actually trying to sell something is that you either don't target them rightly, or you give them a message, or your message is distorted, right? Imagine a soldier trying to shoot the enemy, but he doesn't have an idea of who the enemy is. Even if he shoots, he's going to just be wasting bullets. He's going to be firing against the target. He's going to be firing against nobody, right? So it's going to be highly ineffective. Versus somebody who may not be so good at shooting, but he knows the target. He will be more effective because he knows where to point his gun to. So it's the same thing with knowing how to with knowing how to identify your customer. You need to know exactly who your customer is. You need to know what pains them, right? What keeps them awake, how they act, how they behave towards certain things, where they are, where you are most likely to reach them. Who are the people they listen to? Who do they follow? Who do they talk to? Where do they get their advice from? What is their pain point? What is their frustration? What's actually keeping them up at night? You need to know all this stuff because it will help you in knowing who to target. It will help you in knowing what message, what are you going to say to those people. Now, the fact that let's use a common example. Let's say you're selling a weight loss product. Now, the fact that somebody is fat does not make them your customer. Not everybody that is fat wants to lose weight. Not everybody that is fat and wants to lose weight can afford it. Not everybody that is fat and wants to lose weight are your direct customer. They're not going to talk to you directly. They're not going to come to you and they're not going to buy from you for one reason or the other. You need to know who is ready. Now, there's what is known as cold audience, warm audience, and hot audience. You need to know okay, good to see you, Chidera Okafor. Good to see you. Welcome to the live. Now, you need to know who is your target, right? Is your customer a warm customer? Is he a cold customer? Is he a hot customer? You need to know what points they are in the customer journey. Because if you don't know this, you will not be able to give them a message that resonates with them. And that's why most of the time when you run ads, you will find out that so many people might be interested in what you're saying, but they are not buying because they are in different stages of the journey. Let's say I have a headache and my headache just started today, but I have no idea that I'm dealing with a major problem. So I'm at a John. I'm a perfect customer for somebody who is selling a product that's supposed to cure my problem. But at this moment, I have no idea about my problem. Right? I just know I have headache, and I'm not ready to buy anything or look for each other. I'm not even going to buy paracetamol or Panadol. I'm not going to get any of those things because I just feel a little sleep will calm me down. So at that point, I'm a cold audience. I don't care what you're selling. I'm not buying. But at a certain point, let's say it has gone on for weeks and I'm now worried about my problem. I start to make research. What causes this? What is the meaning of it? At that point, I'm a warm audience. I know I am this what I'm no I am problem aware. I know there's a problem, right? And I'm looking for solutions. And then the third part is when a customer is a hot customer. This customer already knows that there are solutions to this problem and I have this problem and I need to get it and I have the money. That is a hot customer. So you need to understand the message you send. Now, the message to each of these three people I've described are different. To a cold customer, somebody who doesn't even know of his problem, you are going to do more of teaching. You need to teach the person that, oh, if you're experiencing A, B, C, this is a symptom of A, B, C. You are teaching. That is to a cold customer. To a warm customer, you are doing both teaching and selling, right? What you're basically doing is you're educating them on, okay, you know you have this problem. This is the best way to solve it. So you are doing a little bit of teaching and you're also selling. You're also pointing them in the right direction. And to a hot customer, basically you're selling. They already know, okay, I have a headache. All I need to do is get paracetamol. What is the best paracetamol I can get? So you're going directly into the point of just telling them, buy this. That is a hot customer. So you see your message is different. So you have to understand who is your ideal customer. And that is the second point. That's the second thing you need to know before you start running ads. So the third thing you need to know is to is to learn how to create unsaturated ads graphics, right? Unsaturated ad graphic. Now, so many people are running ads, and this is a recent point. I've never actually thought of this before until I was running ads for an affiliate marketing client. So I found out that, in short, everybody, if you like, pick up your phone, just scroll. You can't go more than 10 posts. You will see an affiliate marketing ad. It's everywhere. It's so saturated that people don't even pay attention to it again. It's very difficult to break your attention pattern when you see an affiliate marketing ad. It's so common. Everybody's running the same thing, right? They're all telling you how to make 150K in 3 days happy without standing up from your bed or whatever. They're all doing all that. They are all saying the same thing. It is saturated. So if you're in that kind of market, you're trying to sell affiliate products, two ways to do this is: number one, you can create um, unsaturated ad graphics, right? Your graphic, because your graphic is actually what breaks people's pattern, not your ad copy. People even look at your graphics before you're seeing your ad copy. So you must learn how to use unsaturated graphics, right? So some of this can be lifestyle types of graphics, people enjoying, people chilling, or videos, or weird. You can use weird images or something, or emotional images, something that gets this person to stop and check your own ad. That is one. And it's also the same thing when you're selling health products. Most health products, there was a time, that would be early this year or late last year, we had that same issue with a lot of people selling sex enhancement products, right? It was everywhere. Male this, female this, and sex this. It was everywhere. Like, you couldn't really scroll a little bit, and the next thing you will see one or two sex enhancement products. It was everywhere. And I think that led Facebook to do a lot of banning. There were a lot of banning that happened that period. So, by the way, if you can hear me, please just type "I can hear you." If you're following me, you agree with what I'm saying, type "I'm following you, I agree." If you disagree with everything I'm saying, type "I disagree." I want to see that you're actually listening to me. So, back to what I'm saying. The first way is to create unsaturated graphics, right? Then the second way is to okay, sorry, I just blacked out for a minute. So the second way is to target other places, right? This is something else with affiliate marketing, right? Since it's so saturated here, when I ran the ad for, okay, thank you, Aziz Adams, nice, 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 thank you. I know you can hear me now, all right? So when I ran the ad for my affiliate marketing client, we found out that all the people who were coming into her funnel were affiliate marketers. It was so annoying. The sad part was that they were coming to even beg her for money. Like, you try to sell something and people come there to beg you for money. It's crazy, right? So we don't want that. So the two ways to do this is either you use a different ad graphics that breaks the affiliate marketing, that breaks the saturation, or you just simply look for a different place to target that is not really, really in use. So what we did was to target other countries, right? We started targeting Ghana, we started targeting major cities. And what I did, knowing that if you use Lagos as an example, Lagos is like the costliest city to live in Nigeria. Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt, probably. I'm not exactly sure of that. These are the most costly cities to live in, right? So what we just decided to do was to find the most costly cities in other countries and target those. So for each ad set, we put like five different countries and just target them. So that way you get less competition, because a lot of people, you're not targeting Nigerians here. Almost every online marketer is an affiliate marketer today. No matter what you're doing, you are doing graphics design. We are all affiliate marketers. Almost everybody's an affiliate marketer now. So you really cannot. It's very saturated. Or everybody's selling KDP. Right, Amazon KDP. I think it has even reduced. The last 2-3 months it was hot. Like, I couldn't scroll my this and the next every ad. So the disadvantages with that is that it got ads to become so costly. Like, you're selling anything KDP, your ads is costly. There's no hope for you because you're competing with so many other people. Some people have the money, some people don't. And the worst is organic. If you're using organic traffic, you are just done. The reason is, except you build a long list before, it's going to be very difficult to get people, because they are seeing it everywhere. They are seeing those ads everywhere. So You need to know how to create unsaturated ads, copy or target an unsaturated area. If you're selling something that is saturated, this is not common to everything. Okay, one of my products is I sell Google My Business training. Right, I teach people how to get paid registering their other people's business on Google. Right, and my ads do well. I don't get competition. Like very few people are actually selling at this point, and so the competition is very low. I am getting people coming to my classes for 8 naira, 7 naira. It's even a little bit costly now. It was actually 3 naira, 2 naira before a couple of months back. It's even costly now. But I get them for 9 naira coming in because it's not so saturated, right? And I'm not spending a lot. To fill up my classes, right now I spend roughly 4,000 naira, roughly 4,000 naira. I fill up a class, get around 300, 400 people, 450 people in a class with 4,000 naira. That's how I do it now because it's not so saturated. I can get, and they actually go to a website, putting their details before landing to my free training, right? So I didn't do much targeting on it, although those are other things that affected the cost. I didn't do much targeting on it. So, but what I'm trying to say is, the less saturated your ad copy is, the more cheaper it's going to be. So you want to make sure that you're dealing with an unsaturated market, or at least you have an unsaturated ad copy. So that's the third thing you should ensure before running your ad. Now, the fourth thing you should ensure is to ensure that you warm up your page. Now, I don't really do this. But I have mentors who have advised this. I've run ads before without really warming up my page, but it's good. You should ensure that your page, whatever page you're going to use, has some content. But this is not compulsory. I've run ads without, like, set up a new page today, start running ads. I've done that. It works. And for some other cases, it might not work. But the thing is, when you have organic content on your page, you are building the page quality, right? And Facebook will trust your page. Now, the truth is, page quality affects your ad cost. You may believe that or not, but if a page is trusted by a lot of people come there, they get valuable information, they comment, oh, I like this. Forget what you know. Facebook can basically read. Facebook algorithm, the ad bots, can actually read what people are typing there. So it knows when people are liking what you're saying. He knows when people don't like what you're saying. Now, I recently ran an ad and I was testing something, and it was for my GMB. I was trying to sell it directly, but the problem was my ad copy did not directly relate with the video I was sending people to. So a lot of people started feeling like the video was not giving them the value I promised, right? And the reason was because I said it was a free training, a free video training. And of course, there was a training part. But when people expect that, when you say this is free, they don't want to hear buy something else at the end. All right. So I've noticed that Nigerians are really getting saturated with the free stuff. Right. So best, if you want to sell something, just go direct. Don't say free. Go direct. I'm selling this. Don't try to say free video or whatever. Just go direct. Right. Put in enough money, go direct and sell it. Right. It works better than testing free. So what happened was that a lot of people were commenting negatively about the stuff, that okay, you said free and this stuff is not free. Like, I got a lot of negative comment. I had to shut down the ad. But what I noticed was the cost of the ad was kind of just going up. It was, I was getting my cost per impression for around 700, and then it started shooting up 715, 718, 7. It kept going up with the negative comments people were getting. So sometimes negative comments are good as long as it's balanced. You have negative, you have positive sometimes, but when everything is negative, it's not good. So what I'm trying to say is, the way people comment on your page is really, really important, right? So if you want to do something, maybe warm up your page. And yes, Adam, people are kind of tired of the strategy, but it still works. The difference is that if you're going to use if you're going to say I'm using free stuff, then your free stuff should actually have value. And what I've noticed is, if you're going to give free something, give the whole package free, right? Give the whole stuff free. Then you can upsell to something else. But ensure that they have gotten enough value. Don't say, like the mistake I made I said free training, and I didn't actually tell them everything, right? Because I'm supposed to sell the product, right? I'm supposed to sell the product, right? So I didn't actually tell them every single thing. So what you want to do is to teach them everything there. And then if you have another product, you or sell them to. For example, what I do in my free trainings is I teach them the whole thing, and then I upsell them to the academy. Because I have an academy, and then I have the video. Because I can teach you the free stuff, then I upsell you to a community, right? You're going to join the community. These are the bonuses for joining the community. This is what you also get, maybe the few video and the rest of them. So it's really cool. Thank you for joining, Rafia. Thank you for joining, Andrew. It's good to see you guys. So that is what works for me. That is what I noticed. So try to warm up your page, put enough content. Don't just leave your page like that, especially if you're selling health products. This works well because it improves your page score. Now, these are not things you can check. These are things over time. People who have been running ads, myself, my mentors have noticed that these things help, right? There's no way you can check and say, let me check my page quality score. You will not see that. But the more you are doing those stuff, it shows that your page actually has relevance to what you're saying. You have value on that page, right? So that is the fourth thing. Now, the fifth thing, and this should actually be like number 2 or number 1, is to read Facebook ads policy. Like a lot of people just wake up and start running ads. You don't know what Facebook ads policy is. You just wake up, back, start running and turn on your ad. And the worst part is when you're using phone. Now, when you're using phone, you're using normal ads, the Meta Ads Manager. You're doing a disservice because it's very difficult to see a lot of things. So go ahead and read the Facebook ads policy. I was running ads for a client and the ad was rejected. And I saw a new policy I had not seen. What did they call this? Can I remember that? It was something unrealistic claim, unrealistic outcomes. They've talked about it before, but they changed the name, right? They changed the name. So you have to constantly be updating yourself with Facebook ads policy, Meta ads policy, Instagram ads policy. You have to be constantly updating yourself with it. The thing is, these things are constantly changing, right? They're constantly changing. And the more you can keep up to date with it, the less your ads get rejected. Now, once you have so many ads being rejected, you're just going to get your ad account banned. So talking about rejection a little bit, do not set up multiple ads at once to, like, you made 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's say the same copy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and I know you publish all of them. Don't do that. The only time what you should do instead is, let's say you publish the first one and I like to get approved. Now, once it's approved, since they are the same copy, the same graphic, maybe just different targeting and a little small things, you can then publish the others once the first has been approved, because that will mean that they are all approved. It will go well. But the moment you publish multiple at the same time, all of them get disapproved, man, Facebook will be looking at you like this. And before you know what happens, you get your ad account gets suspended and restricted and all that. So as much as possible. So I'm going to add one more tip at the end of this about, preventing ad restriction. I'll add one more tip. But let's look at the last thing, the sixth thing you should do before running your ads account is to understand metrics, right? A lot of people do not understand metrics. You need to understand Meta's ad metrics. You need to understand. It will help you know, is your ad performing? Okay, yes, you are selling. Are you making any profits? Can you do better? You need to understand metrics. And some of the metrics you need to understand: CPM, cost per 1,000 impression. This is one of the most important metrics. It will tell you how much are you spending for Facebook to show your ads to 1,000 people. You need to understand this. Not just understand that, you need to understand what causes it to be at that figure it is, right? What are some of the things that affect CPM? How good is your graphics? What's your ad relevance? How well did you target? You need to understand all this. Now, apart from CPM, another thing you need to understand is CPC all, cost per click all. This is really, really important because it determines how much you're paying per click on your website, how much per click on your ad, how much are you paying for each person that clicks on your ad. Now, this covers both link clicks and just general clicks. Now, I want to talk a little bit about these two types of clicks. A lot of people come and just see clicks. If I tap on your ad to see more, right? If I tap on your ad to see more, that's a click. Facebook sees that as a click, not as an impression. An impression is when I keep it on my phone. Like this is the only thing I'm looking at, nothing else is showing. That is an impression. Reach is when it showed up. As long as it showed up on my on my profile, that's reach. Impression is when I looked at it, I read this stuff. That, like, even if it's just as long as I kept it within the frame of my screen, that is an impression. And that's why you can see that you can have more impressions over reach, right? So that's an impression. But the moment I tap, good to see you, Ademola. Good to see you. Now, the moment I tap on your ad, either to see more, to check the link, whatever it is, Facebook counts as a click. Irrespective where I go to your website. But when I go to your website or send you a WhatsApp message, that is a link click. So Facebook will see that as a link click. So you need to understand the difference between click and link clicks, right? So, but the important thing to note here is CPC all, click, cost per click all. Now you need to understand what's a profitable cost per click all for you. You need to understand that. And that metric to pay attention to is your ROI or ROAS. Now, this is not something you see on Facebook. This is something you have to calculate for yourself. You're selling 100 naira product and you're spending 90 naira to promote it. Are you making any money? You need to know. You might be making money, you might not. And so you can even be selling 100 naira product and use 500 naira to promote it. It depends on your funnel. You need to understand all these things. Because if, let's say, your product is to get other people to buy stuff from you later, like now, I want to break a little bit. This is one strategy a lot of white people use, like foreign people use a lot. They don't mind spending so much to get you into the door, right? They can give you maybe a very valuable ebook for $1, or a very valuable product for $1 and then upsell you later. So they can spend $10 to get you to pay just $1. It depends on your strategy. But here you need to know what works for you. You need to know if you're making money, right? And if you're not making money, you are just wasting money. Don't do any run ads that's not making money. So you need to understand metrics, right? No, so I was going to come back to I was talking about a strategy. I think if I can remember that. Yeah, I was talking about a strategy to use. I can't remember that. I've blanked a little bit. I can't remember exactly. But I wanted to share something. I think I'll share that in another video. I know I wanted to share something. I can't remember. If you remember what I was talking about in the comments, let me know. So basically, these are the 6 ways now that you can that you should know, 6 things you should know before running ads. So let me go over them. The first is that you need to ensure that whatever product you're selling is in high demand. Right? Don't play with that. It's very important. Because if you're selling a product that's not in high demand, you're just going to waste your money. The second is that you must carry out customer research. Know who your customer is, know where they are in the journey, know what message you need to send to them. The third is that you need to use unsaturated ad copies or target unsaturated places so you don't just end up spending a lot of money and you're not getting back what you want. The fourth is that you need to warm up your page. You should put enough valuable content on your page. Don't just create pages. You can do that. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I do that. It works. But if you're going to create a page with a very good quality that will help you in reducing your ad costs and all that, you need to warm up your page, put good, valuable content. And the fourth is that you should familiarize yourself with ads policy. Know what works, know what's restricted, know what's not restricted, know how to bypass. Let me not say this. Know how to do your stuff, right? So then the sixth, sorry, is to understand metrics. Really, really, really important. Okay, so that's the recap I'm giving, Adams. These are the recap I'm giving. There are 6 ways. Number 1, carry out ensure your product is in high demand. Number 2, carry out customer research. Number 3, create unsaturated ad copy, unsaturated ad graphics. Number 4, warm up your page, put enough content. Number 5, read ads policy, familiarize yourself with it. Number 6, understand metrics, right? So guys, now I have 2 other things I want to talk about. The first is that if you want me to run ads for you, right, simply send me a DM. I will run ads for you. I'm very good with running ads to sell physical products and digital products as well, but I'm better at selling physical products. So if you need me to run ads for you, just send a DM Thank you. You're welcome, Rafia. Send a DM and I will help you do that, right? We're going to discuss, I'll onboard you, know if I'm a good fit for you, and then I'll help you do that. And the second thing I want to talk about, if you want to learn how to run ads for yourself, I want to show you. Let me see if I can feature this link. Okay, I think the link is showing. I'm not exactly sure. I think the link is showing. All right, so if you want to learn how to run ads for yourself, I think the link is showing. I'm not exactly sure if the link is showing, but if it's showing, you can go there and pre-order the ultimate Facebook ads bundle. Now, I created this as a way to take anybody from beginner to pro level. Like, you want to learn how to run Facebook ads for yourself. If you get this course, you get over 20 videos teaching you basically everything I know about Facebook. I don't know all, but everything I know so far about Facebook ads. You get 20 videos that are teaching you that. That's one. You get 6 different bonuses, from how to create landing pages, how to get research, customer research, how to build your web pages. So many things. You learn all that. How to buy a website, how to pay. You learn all that as bonuses. But that's not all. You also get to work with me. If I have a client and I don't want to take that particular job, I refer them directly to you because I know you've learned from me. So you'll definitely be able to get them results. So that's something you're going to be getting there for free. You're not paying me for that. As a member for buying that course, you get that for free, right? Then you get into my Facebook and e-commerce academy, right? And that's the cocoa, that's the major thing there. Being in that academy, you network with others, you learn how to create products that sell and all that. And our goal there is usually to be making 100K every month. We want to be making 100K every single month. So that is the third thing. The fourth thing is that I'm going to help you set up agencies. I'm going to teach you how to set up your own agency, right? And get clients. I'm working on creating a formula for you to just be getting foreign clients. Now, if you go into Facebook group, you'll see a lot of foreign clients, but most Nigerians don't really know how to work with foreign clients. So you're going to be learning that as well. And this pre-order is only going for 2,000. Actually, the price is going up to 3,000 very soon, but is going for 2,000 naira at the moment. So if it's something you want and you want to learn how to run Facebook ads, you can just simply go and pre-order. Of course, it's going for 2,000 naira. So that is that. I will recap one more time about everything I've said. The first thing is basically we're here talking about 6 things you need to do before running your Facebook ads. The first is that you need to ensure your product is in high demand. The second is oh goodness, nice to see you here, Chinaza. Good, nice to see you here as well. So the second is that you have to carry out customer research. The third is to make sure you create unsaturated ad graphics. The fourth is to ensure that you warm up your page with valuable content. The fifth is to read the Facebook ads policy, familiarize yourself with it. And the sixth is to know. Oh, sorry, the link is not visible. Really? Wow. Let me say that. And it's showing. I can't see it. Okay, show. What about now, Rafia? Is the link visible? I don't know. I don't know if it's visible now. Well, I'll just drop it in the comment. Let me see if I can drop it in the comments. This is the link here. So why are you doing this? So this is the link. Alternatively, you can just send me a DM. Alternatively, you can just send me a DM, and if you send me a DM, I will respond to you. Okay, so and then the last one we said is to understand metrics, know when you're making a profit, know when your ads are performing. Those are the 6 things. And I also said if you want me to help you run ads to sell, especially physical products, just send me a DM. I will help you make thousands of sales for your physical product. And then the last thing I said was that if you want to learn how to run Facebook ads for yourself, you want to become very good at it, this link that is showing actually is going to help you. It's a pre-order course where you learn so many things. So I'm really grateful, really happy. I had so many people show up today. This is so cool. And I feel like President Buhari right now. All right. So, man, thank you guys for showing up. So I'll see you guys in my next live. Cheers. Enjoy your Saturday. The Christmas period is coming up. So Oh, let me give you one more advice. Buy stuff now. Things are going to get costly very, very soon. So buy it now. All right, now. Cheers, guys.